We're back, boys. Back into the ribbon world. Part 8. Let's go, let's go. The beavers are back. The long map is back. Mic check. 1, 2. Timo knows. We're loading. Come on. This is probably ribbon world. Map's too long. Alright, we're good. We are in. So what are we doing today? So we finally balanced out the river. So we shouldn't have any problems anymore. And it's not going to back up. We could still keep the dam there. Probably don't need to, though. But I guess by having the dam here, this water adds to everything else. What do you mean balance? So we had a problem for the longest time. We've been in every stream trying to balance out the water flow here so that it doesn't flood along the river. I'm over here sneezing. So the water was spilling here, right? Because we closed off the exhaust. We've been trying to balance out the dam water because it has to release, as we're constantly adding. And I didn't want any of the water to be deleted because that means I'm not using it, right? So I wanted to top off this river constantly before drought, have some of the excess water spill out into the overflow, so that we have faster speeds here for more power. And then I needed more water because we knew that since this is going down the mountain, that we kind of need to keep the water here filled. So the best way to do that is by doing that IMO. So that's what we're doing. So we were trying to balance out the water so that we could use all of it. Now that we got to that point, we're working down the river. So I think today we're going to be working on the tubes. Yeah, we got the new potential district crossing right there. The new dam up here is already set with the sluice mechanic for down low. And then we got the water drain system we're going to have to make. It'll take some time before we get to that, though. Thank you, Timo. So the seasonality is something we don't care about anymore. We're just worried. Not worried. We're just trying to set up tubes today. It should be fine how that sets. Like, it shouldn't matter too much. Right? And then we're gonna probably want to climb up to there anyways. All right, so we gotta start our new tube system so we could tube up. District crossing is gonna be there. I think that just makes sense. So we're just trying to travel up. So it kind of makes sense to have the tube right here. Tube station. Yeah. I feel like this makes sense. Are you putting more battery on the side? Yeah, the opposite side though. That side. There was a mountain here, right? And we're almost done demolishing it. We actually are now. And then we're adding more batteries right here. All right, so we gotta pop this open. And then that's gonna be free water. Well, not really. It's just gonna empty some water out of here. And then if they're bored, we just add power. You're just gonna need all the gravity batteries. Let them work. Reservoir right there. Domed up. We might want to dome another one right here. We probably should dome that up. And then, yep, we're gonna have to work our way down at some point. I'll probably want to set up base first. And then we're gonna probably want to start getting water pumps. Get that started. It's crazy. I probably want to pump the bottom more than anything else. We'll probably have to do some jank design, but it should work. Oh, why are you blocking up there? So we're blocking this because I want to line up my tubes on top of the platforms. So while we could use the platforms and just build them, they actually cause planks, right? 10 planks. I have a lot of regular wood and I don't want to spend the labor and the time to process. So I'm using levees, which are just pure logs. It's more so a resource reasoning more than anything else. I just don't want to process the wood. Like in time, the planks are always going to be cheaper. Yeah, we're going to do it too. It's just that I have so many logs laying around. And then the planks are going to be used for other things. Like I got to make gears still. I'm going to have to use some tunneling techniques. That's going to all be platforms. We have wood, I think, up here still. Right? We just have wood. Alright, we're going to turn these on so we start chopping wood again. But yeah, we got to do all that. But then setting up the tube's going to make every job faster. So we're going to want to do that. You know what I'm actually thinking we do? That just makes a lot more sense. We should put the tube on the platform so we don't waste fertile ground. I kind of like this. That lag. Right? And I kind of want to demo this. And then I want to use this space. So 1, 2, 3. We want to get to this height. 1, 2, 3. And then we got to do 2s. And then we do 3s. Wait, These are gonna be ones for a different reasoning. Yeah, we saw another. How do I say this? Clay has a new DLC. They're cashing out. I'm not gonna be playing the DLC until it comes out. Most likely. But yeah, new DLC. Hopefully not just reskin stuff. I just don't like the new direction, to be honest. I can't really say I agree with any of it. Like, I get it. They want monies right now for some reason. But it's like, man. And my water flow here is actually kind of fast. Makes me want to probably floodgate this. Yeah, it's basically the new DLC format that they kind of, you know, like, that's just the new format, right? So it's like, I feel like it's at a point where I hope they don't. I hope they stop. They need to stop with the DLCs. I really do think they do. Like, I get it. They're trying things out, but this ain't it. This ain't it, man. It really just ain't it. But yeah, it's tough, man. I will say I enjoyed the game. It just feels like it's crazy, man. I don't really know how to describe it. I haven't played it in forever. Y'all know that meme? Let 'em cook. Y'all know that meme, right? Did you know there's another meme too, part of that? Shouldn't have let 'em cook, cook too hard. I feel like that's kind of where the game is right now. They're doing too much instead of making things that already exist better. Yeah, Mamba's like, I'm out this. I'm gonna go over here. Let's go into the window. It got warmer, that's probably why. and went, dude, since stream started an hour and a half ago till now, 90 minutes. It went up 5 degrees Celsius. That's insane. Like, what the hell, man? What the hell is that? It's hot, man. Gordon Ramsay yelling, "Get back to the kitchen," because it's raw. That's classic, man. That's classic. I will say my most favorite Gordon Ramsay interaction was when the Kitchen Nightmares crew went to a restaurant in the hood, and everyone there be African American, right? And then he goes, "Was there anything I had today that wasn't microwaved?" And a dude looks up, looking like he got the answer to the test: the salad. And then Gordon Ramsay's like, "No shit, you fucking donut. You don't microwave a salad." he's like, "Yeah, but you asked what was the microwave." It's like, no. God damn it. He was still trying to argue, and then the crew was cracking up. Gordon was dead ass serious and was like, this is a fucking joke to you. And they were like, "Oh man, that was just really funny though, man." Like, who the fuck answers the salad when someone asks you, "Was there anything I had today that wasn't microwave?" You know what I'm saying, man? Like, dude. Oh my god. It was just so great, man. Like, the look on the dude's face, he looked like he got the answer right for the first time. The way he said it, Gordon's serious reaction, the crew laughing in the background, like everything about that was like perfectly done. It's like watching one of your homies get mad because you threw a party at his crib and you guys aren't cleaning up, and he's pissed that you guys threw a party and he wasn't invited. And he's like, "What? This is a joke? You think this shit's a motherfucking game?" Starts getting like real serious about it. Yo, man, they don't think be like it is, man, but it do. Really do be like that though sometimes, man. You hate to see it. Man, that's my all-time favorite Gordon Gordon Ramsay content. I don't know, what do you call that? I just thought that was just super funny. Oh man, couldn't help it, man. So right now we're just taking our time, blowing shit up, and we're going down the mountain. We got nothing to worry about up top. Maybe I should start getting some dirt, pull the power line through, and start getting the dirt excavation, touch the left side wall, maybe. Man, you know what we'll do? I'll slowly work it out. Yeah, I'll slowly work it out. I just gotta hope this guy doesn't bump me. Nice. Okay, that guy's gonna be the suck, because we're gonna have to staircase down just to bop that. All right, so we gotta do this. So they could just drop the wood on the ground and it makes a dam. That's magic, I know. But let's have them work, and then once this power line is done, the shaft, we'll be able to extend this to the left side with all the batteries, right? And then we'll have power. Not only that, we'll be able to get a power line up top. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it out, and then we're gonna wrap the power, or maybe we just have a separate district here in the corner, just literally pumping water and making deliveries. Yeah, I could probably get a tube right there. That wouldn't be too bad. Oh, the lag. Okay, so we will have to go into here. All right, so let's put a levee here. We're gonna have to climb up somehow, so we gotta do what we gotta do. Okay, and then we gotta chop the tree. All right, that's gonna give us something to do, and then we could technically start laying that out. I guess there is some merit to doing that. I guess we would want to do it here too. And then we probably need to start leveling this area. All the dynamite's going to be used. Let them work. Let them cook. Oh, this is done. Sweet. All right. So 3, 1. Yeah, that's the right height. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. We'll leave that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And yes, we're gonna have 5 steps. We're gonna make this a little pretty. Okay, we're gonna run a right side pipe. Not that it matters, but you know, it's more oriented that way. Why 5? I'm gonna put a decoration set up here. Put some shrubs, and then give them a bench. And then we're gonna give them some light. And then we're gonna give them a second bench. And then we're gonna give them more shrubs. And then before that, we're gonna have a signpost. Oh, we put a clock here? Oh, hell yeah, dude. You see what time it is before you take the train? Just a little bit of decorations. A little bit of decorations. I like how they're walking past just to do that. Okay. Hopefully no one gets stuck on this. And then how do I want to go in? Check the time for the tube. Yeah, man. Beavers know how to read a clock, dude. They're advanced. They're advanced. So the thing I need to figure out now is how am I pulling this pipe in? We could easily do a tunnel, actually. I don't know if that's what we want to do. But let's argue that yes, it is. So we're going to want that. Okay. We're tunneling up. There we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay, that got done. We do it like that. All right, so we need to do that, and we're gonna tunnel through. Because I don't know if we're gonna actually level this. This probably stays, most likely. Don't really mind that much. The water's going down because of the bad tide. Oh, we're not getting water then, huh? That's probably what's happening. Secret tunnel. All right, technically, this is a tube station that we're going to connect to. I just want them going out this way because it just makes more sense. All right, we'll let them work. It's going to take some time. Okay. Yeah, we kind of just chilling. We're at 200 beavers. Taking our time. Aqueduct system's working out. We're expanding the batteries. We should probably try to make the new tube system. Oh, you know what we need a lot of? Gears. We're eating up all the gears just because of the fact that we're making batteries. And then later on, we're going to need more gears for the Bad Tide Dome. Dude. I think it's this one. We're going to put a gear workshop here. Just so that we could have more stored. Should be alright, should be alright. Everything's waiting on the gears. The new flood out method seems like it's fine. Nothing here I really need to worry about. We're gonna start bopping the stumps. Just to clean it up. Sometimes you gotta bop the stumps. Yeah, it seems fine. Adding the stair here helped out. That's insane. So the forester was able to reach everything now. New flood mount method. Yeah, so before we had bad tide flow down. So what we did was we capped the bad water and we closed it so it never opens anymore. And then this area that we walled out previously, we opened up. So we had to clog this exit so we could hold more water now. Basically, we just, you know, instead of rerouting the bad water here, we close this and then move the exhaust a little bit closer so that we recoup the space. Turns out, works out kind of nice. You know what I kind of want to do? I don't know if this is possible, but I feel like it'd be interesting. A reverse reservoir. So the water flows down, right? I'm wondering if we could have the excess water flow into here, but then raise up the elevation level so that this could actually fill up to this amount of water. And then when this side's water is low, we pump it in. I don't know if that works though, because then if there's no space, the water can't do anything. We would have to do like an elaborate like pump dump setup. It would work, but it'd be kind of awkward at the same time. Probably don't want to do it then until we're done with the tunnels. How fast was this? Hey, it's getting there. We're actually, this is finishing a lot faster than I expected. My beavers feel a little bit efficient today. Alright, while we're waiting for this. We still have haulers, we still have builders. Alright, let's make this nice. Shrubs. Double bench. And then we do the double lantern. And then we put the clock. Not bad, not bad. I do kind of want to make this nice. So when they're bored, I kind of want to level that. What's going on, Ed Carpet? Welcome in. Set that up. Waiting for the tunnel still. And we can't really build the top till later. I mean, we could try, but I don't want anyone to get stranded. You know what's kind of funny? We play a 3D game, but the beavers can't climb up vertically without stairs. That feels a little weird, but I guess at the same time, I guess it makes sense. That stops them from getting stuck randomly too. My beaver's getting injured. Flooded building. Hey, this is not supposed to flood, man. What are we doing here? This is a fake flood. This is not supposed to happen. They have bad knees. That's, you could argue their tails are very heavy. I believe that's a real thing. That beavers are only able to walk on their hind legs because of the counterweight of their tail. I believe that's real, man. Wait, why is this like this? Yeah, we just do it like that. There we go. Alright, so this part, we have to bop that vertically because it doesn't make sense. And then we got a tube up. We tubing on up, tubing on up. I'm in. Wait, snap, this is not it. There we go. All right. Getting ready with the tubes. Oh, so if I put 3 layers of tubes here, they all connect. Oh, that's kind of cool. You see that? That looks jank. We could do that just to make it look a little prettier with the lights. I don't know if they actually have AI to prefer the shortest route. Man, they building the tubes. Waiting for the oh, could they not reach? Is that why? Yep. Ah, they couldn't reach. That's why they stopped making it. If you say tube like in British, you could pretend the beavers have subways. No, man. I'm gonna be real. I was playing Path of Exile yesterday, and I found out one of the characters is like British, because the characters have dialogue, right? And my character kept saying "in it." I was like, "What the fuck? Why is he saying that?" I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker's British." So he started saying a lot of stuff like Shiite and "in it" and stuff like that, and I was like, "Man, this guy." I never knew this guy's canonically British. I was kind of impressed though. So the character I was playing was called the Mercenary. Yeah, dude, there was literally lines like that, man. And I was impressed, man. I was not expecting it. Mom, I hear you. I know what's up, baby. It's gonna cool down. It's gonna cool down. Mama's mad. Guys, you know what I saw yesterday? I saw a man, I saw a mosquito. It wasn't huge, but it was like something you could recognize when you see it. And it was right next to my humidifier. I was worried that it's like laying eggs or something. Anyone in chat have a humidifier? Ever see a mosquito just hanging around, looking at the steam? Because apparently mosquitoes lay eggs in still water. So because there's water in the humidifier, I imagine it's looking at that. So if you have like outdoors, it's very common to have like a large bucket, because we have one of those. And it's like 20 gallon. It's huge, like a trash can. Like I could easily jump in and fit. And we have that connected to like the rain gutters. You got to understand though, I'm in Cali, so it's a desert over here. Like my room humidity would be like 50-ish, but if I turn on the air from the outside, it immediately drops to 30. And I'm getting old to the point where my lips are getting so dry that I might wake up with a bloody lip in the summertime because it's just cracking when I'm smiling. And then it's blood all over my pillow, and then Mamba starts licking the blood, and yeah, it's bad time. Yeah, it's cool today, but it's hot in my room for some reason. Sakatero, welcome in. But yeah, literally, the mosquito was looking at the steam and was just like, it looked like he was going to church. He was just chilling there, praising the steam, bopping his head. And then afterwards, I got too close and he flew away. I was trying to swat him. I really was. I was like, yo, man, this guy's not about to taste my blood tonight. Hell no. Dude, man. He's here. Hello? Oh, you can't build tubes on the path. Alright, so we gotta do this. So we're blocking this on purpose. This is on purpose. Oh, they don't have gears. That's so sad. Oh, he's close to me. He's at the foot of the bed. He's hanging out. Hey, Mamba. He's wiping his face, looking around. Dude, we don't have gears. All right, boys. We gotta go to our gear workshop up top. Wait, we're accepting gears here, right? Yeah, it's right there. All right, so the reason why we don't have gears is because we are making gravity batteries. Okay, cool. And we're gonna pause that so we can use the gears back at the other site. This dome is good. Okay. So it's open. That's also open. Okay, cool. So we don't need to dome that. Oh no, this is domed as well. Okay. Dude, we have 3 domes. That's actually kind of impressive. Mom, what are you biting? What are you doing? This guy was biting my blankets, and when I looked at him, he looked at me like I'm not doing anything wrong. Look at him, he's looking away like shame. And then he's looking at me, he's like, is he looking? Big yawn. Mamba, you better not bite my blanket, man. I see you, babies. Mamba's such a cutie pie, man. I'm so lucky to have him. Alright, so we could do the connection now. Now, we need to finish this before we can actually do the other parts. Because we need to take the tube in. And then we could start setting this up. Because we can, I could start doing levees here. Technically, we could do it here and from the backside. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. Having a affectionate cat as a pet is great. Because they're a cat, so they don't need that much attention. But then they always follow you around and everything. It's like a nice amount of like interaction. It feels balanced. Alright, my beavers. We need you guys to work. 7 gears? 10 gears? Oh, improvement. We're at 10. We actually have enough. Technically. Alright, he might... Ooh, Mamba doing the illegal stuff. Don't get me banned, fam. Gotta have that slightly off screen. Got the logs. It's chilling. Alright, so we're gonna go up and over and tube to the new area. So we already have the tube station. We have the path because we've been setting up the water for that. Right? Dammed up that spot, doing all this. We're also trying to chop trees. Technically, the trees are a problem. I should try to chop this. Okay, this is on the chop. Okay. That means the only thing to chop is on the other side. Okay. Oh, and these are ready. Solid. So the reason why we're lowering that down is because we want to make it into a water reservoir. We let it go, but then once it fills up, we spill it off the top. So we're maintaining the bottom with the sluice. However, if we have too much water, it just spills, and then it just spills off that way. So I just want to hold water here so that we could always just have it for the drought season. Now the problem is that we're gonna have to do a lot of like stuff for this to work. And one thing that I think I would want here is a bridge. Right, so then we could chop the trees on the other side. And then we have access to the other side without using the path. Because we're gonna have to dynamite this. We'll low key. Yeah. I guess I need to decide whether or not I want to incorporate this space and that space. This space makes sense. That space maybe not. So we'll do this. And then at the same time, I probably remove this, that. Oh, that was not smart. That was not smart. All right, I'll live with it. Because what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get back to this floor level that we just destroyed the stairs for. And we're going to need to dynamite that by 3 levels so that the sluice actually works. Right now, there's no dig out, right? There's like no water that goes into the sluice, so we need to dig it out so that it actually has water. That's going to be the plan. We'll have to do that in a little bit. We have to wait for them to finish this, do the other builds. They're building the tubes. Not getting stuck. Let's go. And then planks right there. They can actually pick that up. It's done. Hey, let's go. Okay. They're going to run up here just to build it backward. I know they are. I want them to do it at the front, though, if possible. Wow. Alright, so all we're doing here is trying to flatten this. And then we'll carve it afterwards to whatever we want it to be. This needs gears, metal blocks. We should be getting that soon. This is not bad. Alright, so this is going to be District 4 once we have it ready. So we know we're going to do a couple things. We're going to want to do a tube from up here to down here. And it's going to be a vertical tube. And the logic is going to be pretty simple. We want this so that we could go to this ground level and then start doing a water pump. Right, we're gonna need the water, so pumping from here. We could always pump up top, right? Is there any benefit from pumping at the bottom? I thought they eliminated districts. No, they still have it. They did make it so that you don't need them as much, but you know, they're still in the game. It was not a mechanic people were happy with, to be honest. No one likes multiple base management. It's never been something any game has done well. That's the one thing, man. No video game has ever made it so that you want to have multiple bases. And even if you do, people don't like the playstyle inherently. It's kind of interesting, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. Oh, that lag. So if we pump water at the bottom, we remove from a larger tank of water and a reservoir tops it off. Is that different from us pumping up top? So we pull it from the reservoir directly so it doesn't get taken? I'm thinking about, I don't think there's a real benefit, huh? Of going down just to pump water. Because if we pump water up here, it's the same thing. The only thing is that during a drought, we're bopping the reservoirs, right? But my Zergling playstyle, I mean, the bases are connected. You play Zerg. You probably have a hatchery. You probably have a second hatchery in your base. I mean, I played Zerg. I know how they play. Technically, we should try to priority 2. Do the front half, yeah. I have to completely disagree. Managing multiple bases is not fun, man. Like, you might have to do it because you need to, but I don't think it's fun. Alright. Waiting for the tubes. Beavers are gonna take some time. We have the metal. And it's planks. Okay, we have the planks. We should be fine. Yeah, juggling resources, juggling population, juggling the needs. A lot of the times they make it everything separate, and that's what the real problem is. When everything is separate, man, it becomes a hassle. Alright, this is done. So we can actually cut trees on the side. I guess we kind of want to cut trees here too. There we go. So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe we do pump up top. Man, I don't know though. Because we want to do the mushroom farm here. Hydroponic garden. But that's all water, right? It makes sense for our situation, given how we're on top of a mountain. So we don't have that much fertile ground. Even though we could create it, I don't feel like it's worth it. We should just invest in the mushrooms. Now, while this makes sense, man, I'm not sure how we want to do it. Because it's going to be a lot of water. It's going to be a lot of water. If I pump up this water, this tops it off, okay? Then there's no benefit, right, from pumping at the bottom? Can anyone think of a benefit for moving the water pumps to the bottom? I feel like there is, but I forgot the reasoning because that's what I settled on last time. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, man, maybe we just keep it up top. There's no real, like, downside to this, right? Am I crazy? So the only time this matters is during a drought. Because in any other, I mean, I guess a bad water season too. But in good water season, the pump location doesn't matter. In a bad water location, bad water season, we could pump directly from the res. Same thing in a drought. I guess the only thing is that we might be worried that we might run out of water. And then the bottom water tank technically is a lot larger, so we would have access to more total. So even if our reservoir runs out, we'd still have water at the bottom. Because the bottom would be the last reservoir, right? Because this empties out into the bottom. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So we just have to tube down and set it up. Okay, hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Waiting for the dynamite, waiting for the tubes. We got a lot we got to do. I could make them try to build the thing that I'm thinking about. It's just there's not enough labor here. We would have to expand first. Oh, we actually have 19 free beds. That shouldn't be true for longer, though. I feel like this is going to be increasing the well-being soon. All right, let's get some campfires. Campfires. We want to have these in a decent spot. We have a lot of dynamite. I want to do this for well-being so that they could technically work faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kind of works, I guess. We'll probably want to demo more, but we're gonna pull this layer back. All right, we'll wait. Gears are up. Let's check out the beavers. Probably want to unpause the gravity battery right here. And we probably build another one. Let's also prioritize this. We probably want to do that. This is going to be a 2. And then we're just going to keep the single wall right here for the bad water. We're going to have to stop the batteries right here probably. And then we should probably lower ourselves in and just draw a power line shaft. Should be fine. If we want, we could do something insane and put like 4 triple plats back to back to back so that we could just drag the power like this way and then have batteries facing each other. So we literally double the number of batteries. That would be bad. It'd be okay. It'd basically be this, right? This triple plat. Alright, let's wait though. Beavers are thriving, the water systems are good, but we gotta wait for the beavers to build. There's literally nothing we could do right now. We gotta wait. Alright, let's plan out a little bit what we're gonna want to do in the future. Alright, so bad water source. Bad water source. So what that probably means is we try to utilize the space to live in. Maybe even over here. And then we put a new tube and we leave. I guess we do live over here. Wouldn't be bad. The elevation difference does suck though. So we might have to like knock down some of the terrain here. It would make sense that we would, to be honest. Oh my god. They spawned the sprout and it's bopping my ability to cut this. That's funny. Alright, we want to level that down by 1 so that we could reach everything else. We probably want to do that. Hey. Let him work, let him work. Mama's looking mad peaceful. Little bibbies. Bad tide season started, but our filter works. No more overflow? That needs to stop. And we shouldn't be getting this anymore. We could do a floodgate system here. So that we could maintain a little bit more water for the drought seasons. A lot of dynamite. Yo, man, we stocked. We stocked with the dynamite. Gotta keep going, man. How come this is not getting built? Dude, is it really just that slow? I thought we were like this 2 days ago. This is priority. No, man, what the heck? Yeah, we kind of just have to wait then. The more jobs I give them, the more they're gonna have to like work on the other jobs now, the jobs you want them to do. So we kind of have to chill right now. Let them kind of just catch up. So it looks like new base area, little mining facility. It's fine. We're gonna have to level the zone. Probably get to here, and then new tube, and then we're gonna have to tube all the way up to the next water source right there. I think what I'm gonna do is just do the easy way out. We're gonna tube up and then just dome it, and then remove the water source completely. Right? We're just gonna dome it, and then we're gonna dome the other one. That's gonna be the plan. I feel like if I'm actually gonna colonize the entire map, this is gonna be like a multi-month playthrough, man. It took us way too long to do the initial setup. And we're not even colonizing all the way. We have very clear separation. Oh, there's probably a pathing issue there. They can't reach. Still be mid. They're chilling though. So yeah, we have every resource. We just don't have enough builders and haulers, I guess. Well, I don't even know if that's the case. The problem with the tube station is that you could only have one builder work on this at a time, given the nature of how that works. So I guess you could argue it's getting made. All right, let's just do the whole thing so they work on this side, you know? So they kind of go at each other. And then after that, we got to do a power shaft. This power shaft right here is going to have to tunnel through. And then we're going to have to connect the power somehow. That's going to be fun. I am not going to be looking forward to that, though. Just one bad water source should suffice. It depends. You could even argue you don't need any, because you get bad water season. So if you just route your bad water and bad water season like properly and not have it spill off the map like I do sometimes, right? Because I have my bad water right here just spawning and spilling out. If you actually collect the bad water during bad water season, you don't even need a bad water source. All you need at that point is a large enough of a storage, right? Store all the bad water during the season when it's ready. And then when you don't have bad water season, you can turn off these pumps, free up the labor. And then you should have enough for, you know, whatever it is, dynamite, extracts. You just need a large enough of a storage to last between seasons. But of course, you know, that's going to be something that's going to scale up and down depending on your demands. So you could argue you probably just want at least one just to have it. I guess you could even pull it, put it in a large pool, so to speak. But yeah, bad water, man. It's technically still bad in its name. The people of chat, man. You guys looking at any of the video games? Anyone play the new Oni DLC in the beta branch? Like, I didn't even read it. I saw the forum post. Oh, he got stranded. Yep, that's gonna happen. There's another one stranded. Yep, that's gonna happen. We have to let him die. We can't do anything about it. They gave me everything I wanted. What did they give you, though? What did they add in the new DLC? I'm thinking about playing after I come back home, after the exam on the weekend. Wait, isn't the exam done? Timo's just hanging out now, man. Going to the beach, enjoying the days. He's just chilling. Still haven't played with the boobs. Oh wow, I see you. That's man. Yeah, that's a long time then. What's going on, Custis? The big one is building on top plants. Wait, they made the mod part of base game? So you could build ladders behind plants now and stuff like that? Flights on Wednesday. Okay. Yo, man, Timo, enjoy the days. Have a safe trip. Okay, that's not even that big because a mod existed for it. But sure, I guess having that base game is cool now. I'm still kind of mad that that's base game and you don't have sweep by type. They added critters to eat the Paku. Yep, I saw that. And they added a critter that makes bleachstone, which was one of my wish listed critters. They made recipes take alternative ingredients. They put iridium. They added build over plants. They added a critter that harvests crops. Oh, the T-Rex that does the earthquake, right? added a critter. They added more ways to get milk. Milk? Brackine? Brackine? Milk is brackine, right? So, do they add a new objective? Like, is there, you know how we got full steam ahead? The boops, we didn't get one. Did we get anything like that? A new disaster? Is that the giant meteor? Becomes a boon after you defeat it. Spoilers, I guess. No, isn't that literally on the forum post? First it was pliers, then it was sweep by type. Build over plants. Maybe next time we get sweep by type. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully. I guess it is spoilers. But there is a new objective, right? Like something to work towards. Because the thing with the DLCs is that I feel like that's the biggest thing. If they don't give us a new objective, it doesn't feel like a DLC. It just feels like a critter pack, an asset pack, you know? It doesn't really feel like downloadable content. You could argue that it is on a technical aspect, but then it's like, you know, creator packs are DLCs then, right? And they don't add content to the game. Wait. There's no pod objective, proper one. It's just something that happens. There's no actual pod objective, though. Ah, man. So, dude, I look for the pod objectives, man. So it's just you gotta survive the meteor. And it's gonna become beat the game before the meteor hits, or you have to deal with the meteor. Ah, man. That's a letdown. Man, I want an objective. It just feels like I'm adding like 6 mods to my game. With the DLCs that we're getting. I feel like all pod objectives are just side quests. You could argue that all you got is assets then in that same thought. Like there was no real content added. You just got a bunch of assets and alternative recipes, which could literally just be mods. Like with that thought process, that's I mean, yeah. I guess you could argue that. That's all it is. I just don't have a reasoning to play it then. If they add more mats for people to shoot sabotage, self-sabotage, something that releases zombie spores. I'm kind of surprised that doesn't exist, man. A plant that generates a huge amount of water or oxygen, but has zombie spores on it. I'm kind of surprised that doesn't exist. Hmm. No objective. Feels bad. I guess it'd be something to play though, I guess. People use that refinery coolant. Or releasing a bunch of CO2 and water. Yeah. A lot of the Oni mechanics that people lose to are just things that they don't normally have to deal with. Right? So because of that, they don't have the inherent experience to check. You know? Like, it kind of makes sense. If you've never dealt with having oxygen as a mechanic, that's necessity. You know, you're gonna lose to it. I could see that. And then no other game makes you manage gases in an open environment. Right? So it's like they're not gonna know that there's a gas overlay. And because you don't know there's a gas overlay, you never really deal with the gas. That's probably the biggest thing, man. People don't even realize like the gases actually matter. And it's like, oh, tooltip, oh, that's water, oh, that's dirt. What is this oxygen thing? Not many people deal with SXC and TC IRL. Well, the funny thing is that the people that do would be the ones that suffer the most. Why the fuck is everything backwards? What do you mean oil is the heaviest? Like, Oni is a trip, dude. 100%. People that do this IRL would have complaints that it's not accurate. And it's like, this is not how it works in real life. Because I remember seeing that as a complaint, man. People who are like actual, like they work in a lab, they do research like that. They're like, dude, I tried to apply my knowledge, it did not work. It's funny, man. It's like you would imagine the people who actually have experience with that stuff would do better, and it turns out it's the opposite, man. It's like, well, yeah, it's nothing like real life, so when I try to apply some of my work logic, it just doesn't work. So now we got dinosaurs. I heard the dinosaur critters that we get give you a lot of meat, so carnivore is automatic. I'm hearing that's like a benefit. Initial new season floods. It's fine, it's fine. It's gonna steady. So given this timeline, dude, nothing makes sense, man. It really doesn't. Tough meat sounds fun. So given the timeline, last September, was it? We got Frosty Planet Pack. And then in December, we got Bionic Dupes. And then now in May, we got the prehistoric dinosaurs. So I'm not gonna lie, man. How was it September that we got Frosty Planet Pack, or was it before that? I'm actually gonna look at the Steam DLC page. This came out in no, that's freaking. Oh, it was July. Wow, was it July? Man, I misremembered. So July, December, May. So in about a year, we got 3 DLCs. 4 months of DLC. I missed the spaced out development. I missed that, man. July, December, May. 3 DLCs in a year, 4 months each. 4.5 months, maybe 5 months. Still, it's, man, it doesn't feel like any of the DLC has enough content, man. Spaced Out was the best, but I honestly admit that I didn't want to get back to the Oni because it made everything more complicated. Yeah, you could argue that, yeah. Just because of the new space dynamic and how you actually have to manage space travel. I just wish space wasn't that slow. Like, I feel like we want more space modules. I'm kind of impressed we don't have a lot of like weird stuff. It's spaced out. Like, I was wondering why we don't have like a water sieve as a module. So that we could do a closed loop, you know, filter the pee water, and then you have water source in the space. Like, we would actually work like ISS, you know, astronauts. Filter our own pea water, mix it in with the instant mac and cheese, and we got food. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have the food rations, we have the dehydration, but we don't have the water sieve module that like you would realistically have. And it feels like, I don't know the reasoning why we don't have that. And then that was the most developed DLC, right? In terms of how much time they spent. And these are all, they're spending like a third of the time. So we're getting even less content, man. None of the previous DLCs feel fully fleshed out yet either. Like, it feels like we're just missing stuff. There's nothing stopping you from putting a water sieve in the module. Space. The fact that you might want to have other buildings inside, like the space module thing, is literally a room constraint. Can you put a water sieve with a reachable rocket control panel in the first solo Spacefarer nose cone? And then have a bathroom too? You could make small one with a goldfish. You would kill it though eventually. Just because the dupe pea is too warm. And then you would only save like 2 tiles? Maybe? You would only save 2, maybe 3 tiles. Because of the fact that the pump is 2x2. You had to enclose the water. That's another 2 tiles on the left side to use a wall. Right? You might want to cap it so the polluted water doesn't actually off gas. It's barely saves you any space. Like, it does, I guess. But it's that's not a that just kind of furthers my point, man. Like, it's jank. And that was the most developed one, man. Feels bad. Put them in the cube, insulated, freeze them with ethanol in a deep freezer. Yeah, that really just furthers my point. That furthers my point, man. 100%. Just snake a pipe in the background for the water. I mean, yeah, I guess. It just feels like we're missing stuff, man. And it's only getting worse. Like the engineering challenge. Yeah, I guess if you enjoy that kind of stuff. I just don't like having to, like, create something. I mean, I guess that's part of the fun to some people, yeah. I just don't like that, man. Had 3 dudes living off the rocket like that for long missions. What's going on, Ace Billboy Hero? Welcome in. The more difficult thing is power generation or having the right food. Power generation, yeah, that's kind of sucks. My solution for that was pre-charge the battery and try to use less than the engine provides. Right? Because then if you have a engine that generates power, that's free power. You just have to not overspend it. Maybe be a little bit more micro-y with the rocket movement. That's another thing. I'm good. How are you? Yo, man, we hanging out. We're just playing with the beavers. Oh, what the heck was that? Trying to expand out for these guys. Other planetoid missions, the prep work for that. Yeah. Some of the things they make you do in space was a little complicated. I didn't think it was that bad, though. I don't like building bases that have no one. Yeah, those band-aid bases. How old this save? Can you see playtime on the current save anywhere, Transit Biker? I'm not sure if there's like a... But yeah, we've been playing this for at least a month. Cycle 73. I don't know, man. I don't know how that translates roughly. But yeah, we have a nice little Ribbon World base. And we're just trying to expand. We're just going down. So right now we're going to the left still. YouTube, right? And we're going to expand over to here. But that's what we're doing right now, expanding. I think you're 100% biased, Elric. To the point where you seem like a contrarian. That's how it looks like from my perspective. My Mac Mini does not like 1080p with its small integrated graphics. Oh, feels bad, Transit Biker. I apologize, man. We gotta zoom in. Look at the textures. Okay, no one looked at the lag. Look at this beaver. He's looking for poachers. After his hunter logs. He's chilling, man. He's keeping an eye out, though, man. You could mix salt and water to make salt water. Okay. Optimistic than pessimistic. Yeah. I'm over the optimism, man. After the last two DLCs. I was tooting hard when Bionics came out. And even then I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of over it. Hey man, sometimes you get let down too many times. You lose the optimism. Alright, are we 24? 6 and 4. Okay, so we're alright. At least someone should like it, otherwise they buff. That's true. Nah, man, I haven't been enjoying it at all. I am no longer the player base. That's probably the better way to put it. I am no longer the player base. Yeah, I'm doing that right here. So if I click this, you could see the planned setup. So we have a water source up here. Because it's on a mountain though, and our water's at spilling off down there, we're going to be blowing this up and we're going to be making a reservoir. We're going to allow the top to spill off, but then we're going to automatically top off the bottom during drought periods so that it's basically a reservoir topping off the river. So that's going to be the play, but it's taking some time. There's a lot of dynamite we're going to need, right? This is ready though. But yeah, we're gonna get everything flat where we want the reservoir to be, right? And then this is gonna be a higher elevation level so the sluices don't have problems. And then we're gonna have a dump right here. We're gonna go down 3 levels so that we could actually line up to that. 1, 2, 3, and then I need to see how this looks. So we're on this height. We go down to this height. Above that, so 1, 2, 3. No, this is fine, right? We could actually do this now. Actually, let's not do this. We actually probably should do the double stairs here. And then we want to get this. It's gonna take some time though to do this properly. But it's gonna be a nice reservoir. So what we're gonna do is once we lay down the dynamite, we are gonna destroy that stair, put another dynamite, and then destroy this stair and put 2 dynamites. We're gonna put 1 to bring it down, and then we're gonna put another one so it's level. And then we'll probably make a staircase down this way with some scaffolding. Just because I don't want to block the water. I want the water to be able to just, you know, do its thing. We're still going to be flattening this side so that we could have nice space. We could also raise it up. That's funny. No, we can't, right? Because the water has problems. Maybe it does work. Kind of insane. What if we add a layer here? Move the sluices up so that when we block the water flow, it forces the water to push up vertically. Wait, does that work in this game? Water pushes up until you dome it, right? Like with an actual ceiling. I believe it does. And we'll find out once we dig out the reservoir. Because we can't do that right now. We gotta wait. Still building the tubes. When the tubes are done, the other jobs are going to be really fast. Just because they're going to be able to just zoom. So we got to finish this connecting point. Let's actually up this. Got to make the beavers happy. And then at some point, I think we demolish this pathing. So they're forced to go through the tube station. So that means they get some of the benefits here. Which isn't a bad thing. Beavers should see some nice trees. And did we get the floodgates on this side? Not done yet. Okay, that's fine. This water is moving pretty fast, though. Kind of impressed. Because I want to retain a little bit more water. Right? Because we could technically go up to the very top. That might cause a chain reaction, though, so I'm a little worried about that. This should be pretty good. Too far from the... oh my god. This was never connected. Always lucky, never lucky. Let's pop this. Let's get a 2. Guess we put some 3s there. And then we could clean this up. I guess we could just leave it too. I don't know if we're going to use this space. Just let him continue. This guy's done. Okay. If they have space for logs, we're gonna make them chop. Let's not wait that for now. It should be fine. We need them chopping. So yeah, right now we kind of just gotta wait. It's not much we can do right now. We chillin'. Things are being made. Hey, look at that. Campfire's up. Really just gotta work on the tubes though. Nice. Chopping the wood because we need to. Beaver's doing the thing. I might be out of coffee. Guys, what is the best coffee you guys ever had? Did you make it yourself? Did you go out to a cafe? Maybe it was Mamba's poop. If you guys didn't know, Mamba eats coffee beans, poops them out, and then we sell it. Whatever, man. Whatever was the best coffee you've ever had. Whatever it was, man. You could have made it at home. You could have went to France, whatever, Italy. Do I want more? This is 15, right? We got 60 folks here. Teeth grindstone. I think we have that. Exercise plaza. I mean, we might as well make one of these. Yeah, why not? This needs power. Detailer, that needs power, that needs power. Let's get the fur scratcher. You got the store-bought stuff? Isn't that the canned coffee? Maybe I don't know what that is. Water complaints. We're just gonna do this. Just because it's like, I don't know why that water complaints. We'll just put it there. It's just condensed milk and coffee. Yo, man, I was doing that for like a week. It tastes good, but I will say, man, I had to stop. It was too much sugar, man. It's a cold brew with condensed milk. Not gonna lie. I can't say I'm a fan of the cold brew. I don't know, man. Things do taste very different from when they're hot and when they're cold. Guys, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. We back. Still working on the tubes. I guess we could argue that they can't reach, right? So much dynamite we gotta lay down. And once they get the tubes, they don't have to run as far anymore. They just be zooping. Takes time though, takes time. Man. I guess we chillin'. You know what's the crazy thing? We technically might just do this as well and not put a district, and maybe have this come out this way all the way there, and just don't settle here. Like, we might do we're gonna do the reservoir still, but maybe no base. What's going on, the render? Hey man, didn't watch you for ages. Now seeing you over Timberborn, I love it. I guess welcome back, Narender. And I imagine last time you were here was when I played Cities. I don't know. Hey man, welcome in. I've been playing this for a while. And right now we're just trying to get our objective done. It was Oni back in the days. Damn. I just haven't played Oni for like a month. Has it really been ages? Maybe it's been ages. But yeah, I'm playing with the beavers today. Just waiting for them to make the tubes. Oh, it was an exaggeration. Oh, okay. Hopefully you've been well, man. What you been up to? Maybe another game's caught your eye. Maybe you're playing the DLC. That's tough. Since like 1-2 years ago, I've only done challenges for Oni. Because there's like nothing else to really do. Right? Like, that's kind of been what I had to do to keep playing it. Otherwise, I had nothing to do in the game. I'm playing on a custom map. You will not find this unless you go to the Steam Workshop. Have you ever played Ribbon World from Factorio? That's what this map is. So this is one end of the ribbon. You play Satisfactory, okay. So in Factorio, they have a map called the Ribbon World where they give you one strip of land. right? So this dimension here is 64 blocks. If I come out this way, I'm gonna hit a wall. I'm gonna slide. That's good enough. So here, all the way to here, and the crazy thing is it's not fully loaded. If I keep moving, more map shows. And you can see by the trees spawning, right? So this map is 1,000 by 64. This is called the Ribbon World. So you get one strip of land. So there's a lot of weird water puzzles you're gonna have to deal with because of how it works. I have an over-under Dutch bridge, right? So we have the bad water going under, and we have regular water on top. So we got the aqueducts with the bad water, clean water. We have a dam system right here holding up the water for drought season. It's in a drought season right now. We release it only when we need it. Dr. Evil, welcome in. And then we have this bad water for power. Outside of that, we routed everything so that we could utilize it. Otherwise, this is all dried up normally. And this is normally bad and it's red. But yeah, we routed the water and kind of cleaned it up. So my goal is going to be to go all the way to this side. But yeah, it's a fun map. I'd recommend it if you haven't played it. It's very unique. I would say out of all the maps, this is probably the best one. I have 3 districts at the moment. So you can see this area. This is District 3. This is this zone. This is our tube station. This is District 1. This is the starting spawn location. And then this is our 3rd district right here. I've never gone over 2 districts. I mean, for this you might have to, just because of how far you travel. But it depends. It might use tubes to make it so that it doesn't matter. It's up to you at that point. Go. There we go. Nice. This is... I don't know what settings you're talking about. I'm gonna be real. I guess default? I didn't change anything. Everything is normal, I guess. I didn't actually know you could change that. There's no change? But yeah, we're just waiting, building, doing what we can. You could change the difficulty frequency with drought bata and how long they take. Oh, if that's a custom setting, I don't know how to do that. There's a difficulty setting in this game, like normal and hard difficulty. From what I read, you shouldn't play this map on hard difficulty. Unless you want to lose, says the map maker. Because he says that if you play this on hard difficulty, you almost always lose on the first bad tide season, guaranteed. That's what he said on the Steam Workshop. So I was like, okay, I'll play on normal. Not trying to get my ass beat. I'll play on normal. Know what I'm saying, man? I'm not trying to lose. But yeah. That's all I got. It's a weird map, so Gotta listen to the map maker. It's done. Oh my god. Okay. All right, we're just gonna bop everything here. Nice. Yeah, there's some maps which can't be played with harder settings, but I know from Oni challenges, I thought it was the hardest custom map with the hardest settings. Nah, I'm still waiting for like the game to really like finish, because I hate trying to learn a game while it's coming out with new stuff, right? When it's a management game, I feel like with these games, I'd be happier if they weren't always like flipping the script. It's different though. When I play other games, it's really with the management simulation genre that I kind of wish it was set in stone. So it's like, while I was playing this map, the new update was in the beta branch. So I was like, I was partially worried that the save was going to get corrupted as the game came out. I mean, the update 7 came out, right? It didn't. We were able to keep playing on it, so we're happy. But for the most part, yeah, we're not really at that point yet where we're trying to break the game. Oh, this is almost done. Wow. I understand this. I love Timberborn, but it has its borders because of development. Borders? What do you mean by that? I feel like that's a translation issue that I don't understand what that word means. Boundaries because of development. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see you. I totally understand the German language. 100%. I believe you people say consume type. I don't know how to pronounce that actually. Gesundheit? Bless you. We'll just go with that. But yeah. Something. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, development, they're taking a long time to develop. For that same reasoning though, part of me is kind of like, I want to play with the cool stuff, but then at the same time, this game is changing like pretty drastically. I remember in the beginning, we didn't have dynamite. And then I remember in the beginning, dynamite used to cost paper. Like recipes are getting changed constantly. I mean, they're balancing out the game, right? And it's what happens when you're pre 1.0. But when a game is 1.0, you kind of hope a lot of things are kind of set in stone. That way you have like a foundation, right? That's not going to change on you and get the rug pulled from under you. And then you could kind of be like, okay, this is kind of the base of the game, you know? I probably want to do that so we could dynamite this. And then we gotta work on the tube north. All the beavers with the dynamite. Oh, you didn't build the second one. That's rude. Run! Nice. Alright, so part of me is thinking we might want to raise up the water level. Just in case that is a thing. We might want to do something like that. And then we would live on this level. I guess it's not bad. We're gonna ignore that though. We're gonna tube through, and we're try to get through to the very top. That's gonna be our immediate goal. Tunneling here is gonna suck, but we're gonna have to do it. Okay, oh, we can't reach because of the district, so we need to do that. Pull this through, tunnel through, we'll continue the build. It's taking some time. The beavers are all right though. Right, all right. The drought water is almost gone. 0.3 left. Water is still leaving though, so our reservoir isn't working. We have extra water on this side too, just in case. But yeah, we're good. Water's a little low, but I'm not too worried. Drought's gonna be over. That is also the reason why I want this floodgate here. We'll put it at 80. This dam is at 65. I wonder if that's gonna hurt us. Because we might start flooding parts of the map by not having enough water flow. Oh, oh. Connected. Let's go. I hate to say this, but man, this is all we're gonna work on today. Trying to get to here. Oh, that's so far. That's gonna be so far. We gotta do the bad water stuff. Interesting setup. Not using the tubes, walking instead. Might be really smart. You could have just used the tube. It's funny that they get out, man. Oh yeah, it takes time for us to get water, I guess. Coming from up top. Yeah, it's flowing. This side's off course, topped off, as always should be. This is a separate reservoir. Yeah, we gotta wait a little bit longer to see whether or not this floodgate helps or hurts us. Bad water is coming, mixed with the blue water. We gotta turn off the bad water stuffs. I mean, they're working. This is the bad water release, by the way. Man, I feel like if they ever patch that out, that would make this game a lot more different. If they ever patched out spilling off of the edge of the map, that'd be interesting. I could see them introducing a block that you can't interact with. So you couldn't, like, spill water off the map. Waterworld? I wouldn't know how you would be able to do it, though. Because technically you do need to spill off the map, right? Given how the game is coded. Otherwise, how do you deal with the water? I'm not sure how that would work. I haven't played on Waterworld, though. Does that map have no exits for the water or something? Still not spilling here yet. Alright. We kinda just chilling. I guess I'm sitting back, man. We kinda relaxing. People of chat, man, what's good? You guys know that meme where it's like, oh my god, I lost round 1, and then you sit up straight and lean forward, and it's like gamer mode activated? Is there an opposite to that meme? Because I'm leaning back now. I have my feet up. Like, I'm not really focusing anymore on the game. Like, this, we can't really do anything right now, man. We chilling. Call that shrimp mode? Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Wait, is that shrimp mode? No, I'm the opposite, right? I'm not actually sure how that works now. Yeah, but a shrimp is like hunched over though, right? If you're leaning back, that's the opposite of a shrimp. That's why I don't understand how that makes any sense. A shrimp curls up like the letter C. That's what scoliosis looks like. Your back looks like shrimp. Sure. I don't know, man. Man, whoever made this map kind of went ham with the overhangs, but at the same time, I guess not too much. I don't know why they give us no metal though. There had to have been a reason for that. They make you conquer the ruins. Wow, do beavers have an AI to anti-stuck? They're building the innermost first for some reason. Kind of impressed. I thought they would get stuck on that. He gives you 1.5 ruins, reasonable, reachable in begin, and push you to get mines if you really want to get metal. Is there anything that needs a little bit, like, what would the little bit of metal get you? I guess we should look at the mines. Treated plank does not cost metal. I guess that's really just for the explosives then. You get a trace amount of metal for the explosives factory. I don't know what else you would want metal for early on. None of the wood processing requires it. Maybe bad water pump. Bad water pump is metal. Ah. Deep fluid pump. And then centrifuge is also metal. Could you beat this game without using metal? I mean, that means you can't use tubes then. That'd be horrible, man. Not getting tube access. Batteries is 10. But like realistic, well, no, on this map specifically, you do have a lot of battery space. I was gonna say realistically, I feel like people would opt for no batteries if you don't have the height. Like, would you build a scaffold just to have batteries? You would have to. Otherwise, it's like... You gotta get dirt. Yo, man, the dirt costs metal, dude. Fitty bones, yo. Fitty bones. 2 Benjamins, too. Man, 100 gears, 100 planks. They not messing around with that, man. You know what I feel like, though? They shouldn't have the scrap metal away from the starter base. They should have all the scrap metal nearby and then have mines up there. I feel like that should have been set up like that. This mine, I feel like, is far enough away that it's cool. But I feel like this scrap doesn't need to be there. If anything, I would want to put like a scrap by the mines. Just as like a flag. Like, hey man, this is normally covered with water, but I'm gonna put one ruin right there so you know it's there. Right? Like this one, you wouldn't know it's a mine until you empty it out. Otherwise, it hides it pretty well. Yeah, it's just one of those things that I feel like they give you so little that the other small groups of ruins kind of feels like it shouldn't be there. Like, you're not gonna do anything with this. And the worst part about it is that you can't delete the ruins. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, I'm gonna have to make a storage for this. Because I already have 600. And it's like, I can't destroy this if I want to build on it. Right? You can't destroy ruins. So you have to mine it. It feels kind of troll. In that sense. Ooh, the water level raised. 80. Nothing's flooding, right? Just want to make sure. The base could be dead. Alright, this is always flooding. I guess it is what it is. Doesn't look like it's that bad. So the flow up top isn't really impeded. I mean, that makes sense. Then it's really just right here. It gets pretty close. There's no real issue, though, if I flood up top. The water spilling over here. That does help alleviate it, funny enough. There is no... Well... I think you spill through the top of the levee still, right? So if water gets up top, it kind of just goes straight down. I'm not sure if that's still a thing. But yeah, our water is pretty good, man. 85. Little bit taller. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl, I would call her. Okay, we're getting a little minor flood here after the dam setup. That's kind of expected. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Autosave. Dude. Y'all know the squeeze pops? Y'all know what that is? It's like this tube that kind of looks like a elongated hourglass. Not really like an hourglass at all. There's just like a pinch in the middle. It's like a plastic tube. And there's like sweet fluid inside. I guess you call them otter pops nowadays. Back when I was little, we didn't have the otter pops. We had the generic version. Oh, this shit is spilling. Goddamn. Okay. Back down to 80. You guys know what I'm talking about, man? When I was little, I didn't know you had to freeze it. So I would take one out and I would drink the sweet fluid. And let me tell you, man, they fill that to the top just like this. To the point where if you twist the top off, like, you get a little bit of the, like, juice spilling out like that. You're like, oh, shit. They fill it to the top, man. They give you the bang for the buck. All the way, man. I'm not gonna lie. I remember when I used to work at a cafe. Well, it wasn't a cafe. I used to work at a fast food place. The thing I would hear the most is fill it up to the top. Fill it up to the top. I'm like, these motherfuckers. They want me to fill the soda all the way up, wait for the foam to settle, and fill it up again. I'm like, damn, man. All that for a couple ounces of Coca-Cola? But that was the most common thing I would hear. You man, fill it up all the way. Goddamn. And it was usually the kids. Yep, I said it, dickheads. No, I'm just kidding. The kids. That's what I said. It's usually the kids. Water is... Maybe I should floodgate this. Raise it up a little bit. Nah, it's probably fine on that side. Alright, we're not flooding, so I'm not worried too much. This is filled up, though. It's kind of nice. Everyone's working on the dynamite here. Oh, these are started. Not bad. Okay, so there is a little bit of a travel issue. Just make sure they could reach. Guys, I don't know if I ever told you guys a story. When I was little, well, when I was little, even to this day, I have siblings and they're just a lot older than I am. So I was what you call the accident, right? When I was born, all my siblings were like in high school. So I'm like super young compared to them, right? So you guys know how that is. Shit happens. Anyways, what happened was that growing up with siblings a lot older than you are, man, dude, they fuck with you. They really do. And I'll be real, man. That's all they did to me growing up. I remember one time I was outside. I was a little kid. You got to understand that back in the days, we didn't have cell phones. That's kind of crazy to even talk about. You know, we didn't have cell phones back in the days. And then it's like while growing up, they discovered technology for something called the beeper. If you guys are old enough to know what that is. The beeper was like a very bad version of text message. Because you would just get a beep. And it's like, okay, you got a beep from this number. Oh, shit. I got to go outside to the payphone, get 25 cents, and then call the number back. Yo, man, what's up? Right? That was the old school stuff, right? Got to get the beep. People need to know where you at, what you doing. The pager, the beeper, yeah. So I was outside, man. We was playing tag. Now, you know, when you the youngest, no one wants to do what you want to do. Because you're the only one your age. At least in my situation. So it's like I wanted to do X, Y, or Z, and then they were like, nah. So they would never play with me or anything like that. And it's because they kind of outgrown that, right? They're kind of like at the point where they don't want to do kid stuff. I mean, they're in high school. So I was never close, and I'm still not close with any of my siblings because it's just like such a big gap. They didn't really care. So I would have a lot of these like fucked up instances. So when I was outside one day and I was... So this is my earliest instance of a memory. I think I was 4 or 5. So I was a little kid, right? I know how to walk. And I was just outside. I don't know why we weren't inside. But we was outside getting some sun. I don't know. So we have a garden in the front yard. It's not really a garden. It's just, you know, we have, I think it's like a couple of trees and then a couple like random herbs, like mint or something like that. I'm not even sure. So they have the small little garden fence because we have a lot of stray dogs and cats. So it's like, you know, the last line of the fence because even our property was fenced out, right? Mesh wire steel fence. So even with that, we have a small fence in case, you know, they climb through the in between the gate, and then, you know, they don't want them walking on the garden, whatever. So it's this fence is like a small little garden fence, maybe a foot tall, right? Not that tall, right? Small garden fence. So I was like 4 to 5 years old. My sibling was like, "Yo, man, jump over it." And my dumbass was like, "Oh man, I need to jump over this." So I proceeded with my stick twig legs, right? I got the chicken legs back in the days, right? I was 5, man. I got no hops. I thought I could jump the highest, but you know, I'm a little kid. What do I really know? So I jumped and I tried to jump over this 1 foot fence, right? It was half my size because I wasn't that tall at the time. So I jumped and then I proceeded to fall forward and eat dirt straight up. Face hits the dirt, and it's the very typical older sibling. I'm crying. They pick me up, brush all the dirt off, and the mom comes out. Yo, why is he crying? What the fuck? And then she goes, why is he dirty? What the fuck? And I'm just crying. I don't know what to say at this point, right? Because I'm just like, I got hurt. I jumped the fence, my foot got caught, and I fell face first into the dirt. They didn't say, oh, he's like, oh, he just tripped on his own. It's like, oh man, he's clumsy. I was like, oh man. So it'd just be a lot of shit like that all the time. And man, dude, all I gotta say is, yo, man, nothing worse than growing up with siblings that are just that much older than you. Because they get away with everything, and then just kind of like, what can I really do about it? But yeah, man, a lot of stupid shit like that. I remember one time, what had happened was that we went to the liquor store, and then for whatever reason, my brother had to step away. So I was like, you know what, man? I got 25 cents. I'm gonna buy a little juice carton. I was like, hey man, let me get a juice. So I was like 7 years old. I was super young, right? And the guy got mad at me, the liquor store owner, because I was a little kid and I called him dude instead of sir. And I was like, why is he yelling at me? So I started crying because I didn't know what was going on. I ran out. I tell my brother what happened. He comes in, he's yelling at the store owner. The store owner is sorry. He's like, oh my god, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to make him cry like that. And we never went to that liquor store again. 5 years later, they shut down. I don't know what happened, and they're no longer there anymore. But yeah, it's very likely the store owner had problems. Cause I was a little kid, man. I was 7. I wasn't causing problems. I was just trying to buy a juice. Yo, man, I just want the fruit punch. Man, those are 25 cents back in the days for the little cartons. I mean, it's less than a can of soda in terms of like ounces. But yeah, man, that was back in the days. The original car phones were wild too. Oh, was that the ones with the 6-foot antenna? That looks like the antennas that are on the car for the radio back in the days, dude. Y'all remember that, man? Cars used to have antennas, man. And the most messed up thing is if you ever bend that antenna, you couldn't retract it anymore. So if you just brush by like a bush and it bends it, it's like, oh shit. It doesn't go back down anymore. Shit. Y'all done building, man? They're working on it still, I guess. Can we reach this? That's not a thing. Okay, I guess we have the dynamite here too. I thought those were just to hold the Jack-in-a-Box bubble. Dude, that's old school, man. Jack-in-a-Box bubbles. Everyone had that, man. I don't know why. You know what? It was probably the curly fries, man. Jack-in-a-Box was a legendary because they had something called the Super Scoop of curly fries. Oh, man. It was the business, man. Gotta love the curly fries. You know, I remember, I think it was Zarek who mentioned that I might have a deviated septum. I'm thinking about it. I might. And I don't think I've ever had a clear, like, nasal passage. No, but I was thinking about it. Like, in what instance would I have had something happen to me that would have caused it? And then I was like, oh yeah, when I was a little kid, I got hit by a car. And I had to go to the hospital. Like, actually, like, I'm walking on the street and I got hit. And what happened was that the guy was making a right and looking left for oncoming traffic. And I got hit. My face, so I was a little kid. I hit the bumper on the car. I was like really small at the time. And that's probably what happened. I probably like hurt my nose somehow. Because I remember nothing from it. But my siblings told me the only thing you said was that you tasted metal. I don't know anything else what happens. So it's likely I broke my nose or deviated my septum that day. And I just didn't know. And then I've had it ever since I was little. Like, I don't have any memories of time before that. So there's a chance that that might have been it. Yeah, tasting blood. I remember opening my eyes while they were pushing me through the hospital and I couldn't see anything except that it was like bright lights. But for the most part, yeah, if I had to bet money, I probably think it was that. So I had the worst of it. I didn't get dropped as a kid. I got hit by a car. That explains so much, man. Holy shit. You know the saying, man, maybe you were dropped when you were a baby. Nah, I was hit by a car, dude. Way worse. Now, I'm gonna be real. It was 100% the driver's fault. Because we had the green light. And he was making a right. And so we were supposed to be able to cross. But I'm gonna be real, man. I don't remember anything from that instance outside of the fact that I was at the hospital. Whoa. Autosave? Was that autosave? Alright, so we gotta keep tunneling. Doing the bottom side, tunneling. Gotta bop the stumps. Yeah, we're gonna have to raise back up anyways, it looks like. And then once we can, we want to walk down, I suppose. We're gonna have to go here because the tree's in the way. And then we need to chop down the tree. Alright, hopefully that's fine. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we probably need to go build a path for them. They're probably too far away. Alright, not bad. Let's maximize the people here. Alright, so it's just haulers. That's fine. 5 people. They're also haulers. Okay. So we don't have any vacancies that are real. That's fine. So we're tubing. We gotta tube all the way to the bad water. The crazy thing about this tube is that we have to have a supporting freaking path. Because trees are in the way. That's so jank. I wonder how this works. Because the tree's gonna get destroyed, right? When I blow up the bottom. It's not gonna stay on the platform. Right? I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I think the tree just disappears. Too far? Yeah, we're just waiting for the one before. Yeah. I mean, the build is already there. We're just waiting for it. Right? This one's gonna blow up. Just waiting for it though right now. All right. Hopefully we could bust through. But we will see tomorrow when the beavers awake. Drought's approaching. We'll be fine. What the heck? Damn, okay. Damn, they're going around. They got the range. We just need someone to build this. Come on. Does the game crash? Oh, it does. Okay. It just bops the tree. I guess it's fair. All right. Of course, that means we got a staircase up. I think here we have to just go up. Because at this point, everything is flat. Right? It's completely flat at that point, so we just bop it. Funniest thing about this is how I still need a freaking parallel. Goddamn. I hate how we have to do that, man, just for the trees. I don't actually know. Alright, let's just not put that there. And let's see if they could demo this tree. This is gonna take 2 hours though. We're gonna have to wait, boys. It's gonna take some time. So, well, people of chat, man, how you guys doing? We'll set up some tubes. It's gonna take some time. Hope you guys are having a good one. Hope the Mondays are great. Let's try to get the tube done. 69k science. I guess I should remove this so that we could have access to the mines on this floor. Droughts in progress. Water level seems fine. Water level is barely going down. We're actually really good shape. Ooh. Alright, maybe not these. Maybe for that same reasoning, we don't do these. I guess that kind of makes sense. All right, I'm going back. I guess today's not that bad of a day if I haven't had to turn on the AC yet. Nice. So far, so good. I wish there was a way to create a more faster beaver that's not the tubes. There's probably no way to do that, right? Outside of well-being, and then it's like doing well-being in and of itself is meh, just due to how it could be inconsistent due to travel. We're just taking a long time. Maybe that's why you don't have maps like this. While these are cool ideas, just reaching the other end, man, it is a tough time. I guess so once we cap the bad water here, we're almost done. I could make new districts, right? Because I have been. I just came to the realization is that the districts don't help. That's really what I come down to the realization of. You create environments which in and of itself take time, so you would just not be working on the tube system, right? So if I were to make a new district, I would probably put it here, which would be fine, but we just wouldn't be building this, so the progress would stop. We would have to build an infrastructure to house food. That's probably going to be a hydroponic garden, a way to generate a lot of water, and then we would need to have a, you know, living area, try to bump up the well-being so that they work faster, live longer. We have to get some sort of population balance with the breeding pods. And while we could do that, it would delay everything by I don't even know how long. Because we would spend the rest of the stream working on that. We would have nothing from this point out in terms of tube development. And then we would start the tube development next stream. Right? And then we could do it. But the problem is that I'm importing all the resources anyways. Right? It's not like I'm producing any metal here for the tubes. It's not like I'm producing any planks here for the levees. I mean, for the platforms. Right? Planks, metal, logs. So it's like I'm gonna have to bring it from the original spot anyways. So it becomes this thing of districts don't really help because we're not actually shortening anything because we're still just hauling from the original spot. Kill Bill coming in with 16 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the city. Hope you enjoyed your stay. Appreciate the 16 months, man. Thank you so much, Kill Bill. Hope you've been well. How was the Netherlands? I took one of your water routing methods, Mr. Kill Bill. I stole it from you. We have what they call the Dutch bridge, where you have the water over the cars. We did that, man. Dutch bridge. Have the water over. Only way to do it. Doing good. Good to hear, man. But yeah, I think the real problem is the fact that I'm not really generating any of the necessary resources nearby. So there's no point of realistically adding more districts. Lots of rain. I don't know, man. I don't know if you guys want any more rain. Just given how, like, how much of the Netherlands is underwater. You guys might not want that much more rain, man. Just saying. Might want to ship it over to America because we're drought capital. I kind of need it, man. I kind of need it. Yeah, Hunter knows, man. When you live in drought city, man, it's bad times. I see you over the Kill Bill. Unfortunately, we made no money off the bridge. We're actually in debt. So Kill Bill, man, if you're willing to share the debt, I'm willing to share that with you. I just need some banking information. And we'll take the money straight out, man. We gotta hit him with the reverse royalty. It's been raining here every day. Oh, that's tough, man. Constant rain sucks. Rain in and of itself, it's not a good time. I think if someone could handle the rain, it's the Dutch. I mean, maybe you're right. It's just, you know, aren't you guys, like, underwater, though? You know what I'm saying? How come they don't want to build this? Hey, man. The hell? And then because they're not building that, they have to walk here. Dude, what are you guys doing? Build this one. Goddamn beavers. I do not want to pronounce that. That sounds very suspicious. Sidewalk inefficiencies. Here we go. Let's see whether or not we can chop the tree. Oh yeah, I've seen those. You guys have that by the freeway. I've seen those, man. There's a picture on the internet that's the one by the freeway. You guys are like near the edge of the water. You get to see it. It's like, yeah, damn, really? Google Dutch Delta Works. Might have to check that out. Can the beavers learn anything from you guys, though? That's the real question. I gotta learn. Yo, man. It's knowledge, I guess. Knowledge is knowledge. Oh no. That's not good. Saltwater pushing inland means that all the soil gets ruined. That's not good, man. Saltwater is so bad for the soil because it kills off every plant. You can't grow anything on saltwater soil. Everything just dies from the salt. Getting more saltwater inland, man, is the worst. Oh, look, we're flooding. This is temporary, right? Seems good, seems good. Alright, no problems up here, so we should be fine. Ah, New Orleans. Interesting. I mean, with a name like New Orleans, you'd think the French did it. But it was a Dutch, man. Shout out to the Dutch. How's the little mamba? Mom's a little heat source. Since it's summertime now, I had to take off my warm blanket. But, you know, kitty cats, they like it to be warmer than humans do. So at night, he still snuggles up with me. But he gets super hot, man. He's a little ball of fire. So him Just always wanting to snuggle up ruins my sleep. Because I start sweating in bed, I start tossing and turning. And then it's like if I move, he inches up towards me because he wants that body heat contact. And it's rough, man, because I'm just like, I can't sleep. This is horrible. Hot summer nights, man. I'm thinking about like turning the AC on or something during the night times. But it's like it's not technically peak summer yet, so I shouldn't have to do that yet. But yeah, just waiting for the beavers, having them finish the river world. We gotta reach the other side. No, Mama doesn't care about blankets. Mama just wants to be close to me. It's a blessing and a curse. Mom in for a snack? Probably not. Let's not do that right now, Kill Bill. I'm gonna be real. I'm feeling like I might wrap up stream, like really soon. I am not feeling good right now. If I have to be honest, something's not right. Something's not feeling right now. I might actually wrap up stream soon because of that. Because I'm not feeling straight. Would probably be the best way to describe it. Appreciate you, Kill Bill. But yeah, man, I am not feeling right. Something's off. Something don't feel right with my body. Sleep nap time? No, probably not. I think it might be lack of nutrition. I keep getting debated, man. It's a bad time. Yeah, food. That might be what it is. I unfortunately wasn't able to eat right yesterday. So that might be carrying over. Why don't they continue through? I don't understand that. Why don't they just use tube? Grab a snack. I don't have any. So the thing is that That's kind of what I did yesterday. I just grabbed snacks, try to tie me over till I go to sleep. I don't think I could eat the snacks right now. Okay, they're finally using the tubes. It's so much better if they did. There's some bad AI still. Series of City of Tubes. Yeah, man, that's how you watch TV, right? Not a truck is tubes. Is that a meme that I'm not familiar with? It is. Feels bad, man. I don't understand the memes anymore. I'm an old man. The internet's a series of tubes, not trucks. Not bad. Yeah, we just gotta wait. Looks like my 2-hour guess was kind of spot on. It really is taking a long time. I don't know the developers one. I know the cat one though, but that might be because I have a cat. Okay. It's kind of like the infinity shape, kind of. Like the twists. Kind of, not really. Sideways 8. Yeah, sideways 8. I can kind of see that. Just wanted to see if we could chop the tree right there. Ooh. Guys, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Did they make progress? No, damn it. I mean, we're making progress though. It's just slow. Right. I'm playing Iron Teeth. I think Folk Tales have zip lines, right? They have zip lines, right? I haven't played Folk Tales on the new update. I played this map with Iron Teeth on update 6, and update 7 came out while I was still playing it. So I want to say that's what it is. I can't tell you for sure because I don't actually know. But I'm playing Iron Teeth. It's not a mod. It's just, you know, what we have here. And they're 300% movement speed. I don't know how zip lines work, how it compares. But yeah, we tubing. .150 speed, I can go over terrain and buildings. Okay. Why is it... Why is it that you get half speed? I don't understand. Timber, what's going on, Zero Dragon? Welcome in. You only build endpoints. Oh, that sounds better, to be honest. That sounds better. I would be a fan of that. What's going on, Alpa? Welcome in. Guys, I'm just tell you guys, I'm not feeling great right now. We're going to be wrapping up stream somewhat soon, maybe in like 30 minutes. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are having a good one. Shout out to y'all. Wish you guys would be out though when I'm not playing Timberborn. Wish you guys were here while we doing the other stuff. But yeah, man, we're just here trying to do our best. I'm just in bad shape IRL at the moment. I just didn't think it'd be this bad. Right now, we're trying to see if we could tube to here and then chop the tree from inside the tube. We want to see if that's possible. This is supposed to be a reservoir. We got the Mamba chilling. Water's pretty good. No gears. What are we using gears for? Oh yeah, the batteries. Do you play any other game where you could turn the view around like this? Not anymore. This used to be something that you would have in like City Skylines. Oni's 2D, so you can't really do anything on that. Path of Exile is isometric, so you fix camera angle. Well, that's technically not the case. There's like other angles. You just don't have freeform like you do this one. The only other game I've played would probably have to be Skylines. Darkest Dungeon, Stardew, you can't really do anything because it's, you know, fixed camera. I would say every 3D colony management game that I've played has this feature. Going Medieval, Timberborn. What's the other one called? I have it in my Steam. I'm gonna look it up. There's another one that's like you build a castle, but it's more character interaction, social based. What's that game called? And it's like just managing the social aspect of the game is really the main thing. Man, I forget what the game was called. Like, I think the title page is like a green ogre orc with a crown on his head and people fighting for the crown seat. What's that game called? Dude, you don't really understand how many games you have. Noble Fates. Noble Fates is like that. It feels like if you have like 3D building, this camera angle is kind of necessary. Outer is because you're No, I mean, I've been playing this though. I think what it is I'm not eating well past few days, and I think it's catching up to me. Like, I'm not really getting the nutrition I think I need. And it's finally like, you know, it's kind of like when you're sleep deprived. You don't just you will eventually just kind of have like a bad episode, right? Where it kind of all catches up to you. So I think that's what it is, because yesterday was a bad day. It was a bad weekend, to be honest. Horrible weekend. Oh, man. My tub got clogged. It was fun. So I had water in my bathroom. That's probably why the mosquitoes showed up. I just had water in my tub and it never went down. Oh, man. But yeah, bad weekend. Coupled with some bad eating situations. I don't think it's motion sickness though. I've never been motion sick from anything. Maybe it is, but yeah, I wouldn't know just because I don't go through it. That's almost done. It's almost there, boys. We'll get to see the science. I kind of want to add a second layer here so we could add more water down here. Wow, the wood's actually going down. Guys, thank you guys for hanging out with us today. But it is going to be time to wrap things up for the night.